anything you want as long as you want it badly enough. You can be anything you want to be, accomplish anything you dream, as long as you have a single-minded determination to reach that goal. How many of you have heard something similar to that in your life, where someone's told you, you can be anything you want to be? Has anyone heard that? You know who first spoke those words? Abraham Lincoln in 1849. You realize we're still taking career advice from 1849? Think about everything we learned after 1849. Things like, I don't know, the ice cream scoop, the fly swatter. But yet, we still take career advice from 1849. Seems silly, doesn't it? You know why he gave that advice? It's the beginning of the Industrial Revolution. All of a sudden, people had to start moving away from farms and to these things they were calling jobs. They had to become employees. They had to go to work. They had to produce things for other people. All of a sudden, these individuals that had to go produce things for other people didn't have the skills to do that. They had to be encouraged to go leave the farm, to go somewhere else. So they were told, you can be anything you want to be. You can get anything you want. Just get off the farm and go to work for somebody already. So how many of us have followed that advice and we have jobs? You know what a job is? It's just over broke. You know what you do at your job? You just overcome boredom. And if you're lucky enough, you have a job that you string together into other jobs, and you have this thing they call a career. And at the end of your career, they give you a watch and say, thank you for spending your life helping us be more successful. Way to go. Now get out. Is that all there really is? What if you were to be able to go to work every day and it never felt like work? What if you had a calling? Not a job, not a career, a calling. Something that resonated with you so deeply within your soul that it's just part of you. You don't work, it's just what you do, it's who you are. People pay you for doing something that you would do for free. How awesome is that? If you're lucky enough to find that calling, you found the secret to life. When I was a kid, I was about 12 years old, and I said to my father, Dad, I know what I want to do when I grow up. I want to be a teacher, and not just any teacher. I want to be a professor at a university. No. Son, let me tell you about teachers. Those who can do. Those who can't, teach. So then why do I go to school all day? Aren't those teachers? That's not the point. You will not be a teacher. I know what your calling is. It's to be an accountant. But I can't do math. So guess what I did? I became an accountant. And then one day I had what I called my meerkat moment. I was sitting at my cubicle in the big cube farm, in the big six, and I stood up. Nobody else. Sat back down. What am I doing here? I gotta get out of here. At that moment, I grabbed my coat, I walked to the HR office, I dropped my name badge down and said, good luck to you guys, I'm out. And never looked back. I did what so many people do. I went into retail. Because that's where people go when they're trying to figure out what they want to do with the rest of their life. I'll just spend a couple of years here and I'll figure out my calling. It won't last long. 21 years later, I realized I'm not getting any younger. And I was given the opportunity to have some free time. That happens when you get fired. So I went out on my own and said, I want to find my calling. I want to do the things that I want to do. I want to be a professor at a university. That is my calling. So I went back to grad school, get my second master's degree, because that's my calling. My dad still tells me, you're going to be one of those that can't do anything. Well, if that's your view, then that's your view. But let me ask you, do you have a job? Do you have a career? Or do you have a calling? If you were to go back and talk to your 12-year-old self and listen to what you said to yourself then, what would you hear? What advice would you give yourself then from what you know now? I once heard Herb Weiss say, you are never going to be as young as you are today. That's pretty poignant, because we're just marking time if all we're doing is doing somebody else's bidding. Take the opportunity that's in front of you. Maybe your calling isn't something you're going to get paid for. Maybe it's something you're going to do later in life. But maybe, just maybe, it's something you can do right now, today, so that tomorrow, when you will be no younger than you are tomorrow, you can look back and say, I did what I needed to do for my calling.